It's new Metallica album day, and of course I'm going to talk about the new Metallica, but other albums came out this week too, and this is my top 5. Welcome, metalheads. I'm the host of Heavy Metal Philosophy and writer for Metal Digest, John Barbas. Not only are we doing the top 5, but as always, at the end of the episode, we'll break down my favorite album art of the week. And before we do the top 5, let's run down some of the big bands that had albums out this week. And you know, some pretty big bands this week, huh? Yeah! First up, we've got metalcore mainstays Atreyu with The Hope of a Spark. And speaking of metalcore, I'm super excited for this one. We got a new album from Jesus Piece called So Unknown. Make sure you jump on that. And then, of course, the thrash metal album that everybody's been waiting for forever, Overkill with Scorched. And that was pretty much the big ones this week, huh? Oh, yeah. Metallica, 72 seasons. Now let's do the top 5. Coming in at number 5, we've got New World Depression with Internment of Sin. This is death metal, kind of leaning towards the old school death metal side. And what I really like about this one is it's got that real punk rock fuck society sort of anger and aggression to it. I like it. You'll like it. Check it out. Coming in at number 4. Okay, here we go. Iridu with Inumu Elish. Yeah, I definitely pronounced that wrong as always, but the text will be on the screen so you know how to spell it. And as always, every band's Bandcamp link will be in the description to make it easy to find. This is melodic, blackened death metal. And what I really love about this one is, yes, it is very melodic, but while it's melodic, the guitars had a lot of energy and movement to it, so make sure you check that one out. Coming in at number 3, we've got Rot Pit with Let There Be Rot, some more death metal, but this is filthy death metal. How filthy is it? Well, there's songs about slime. It's just disgusting and depraved, just the way I like it. Make sure you check that out. Coming in at number 2, we've got Diamos Dawn with Anthems of the Lost. Here's another great thrash metal record. I really like this one because it's thrash, it's old school thrash, but it's got very aggressive vocals, lots of riffs all over the place. There's lead guitars, but it's more about the riffs. The lead guitars are great, don't get me wrong, but again, riffs, bro, riffs. Check it out. And hey, before we do number 1, if you love metal the way that I love metal, then you're in the right place. You should be a part of the Heavy Metal Philosophy community. Go ahead and hit that button. And if you like any of these bands, hit the like button because it helps spread the message, helps the bands get out there, and tell me what you think about them. Those comments help too. Much appreciated. Now let's do number 1. All right, y'all. I'm definitely going to mispronounce this one too. Please forgive my American ignorance. This is a Norwegian band. It's got an umlaut in it. I definitely don't know how to pronounce that. Dodheimsgard. I'm really sorry, y'all. The name of the album is Black Medium Current. I got my hands on this one early, and I was absolutely blown away by it. My review is already published over on Metal Digest. Links in the description. This is avant-garde black metal, but it's not the kind of black metal you might think. I mean, look at the album cover. It's in space. It's in space. This isn't a forest scene, and the vocals aren't wailing anguish like a lot of black metal. This is beautiful music. It's not really a headbanging album. It's more of a reflection and an existential album. I haven't really been excited listening to black metal like this ever. You know, the feeling I got from listening to this album really reminds me of digging through my stoner step uncle's old 70s prog records and finding something super weird. That's the feeling I got listening to a black metal album. And that's why this one's number 1. You should definitely check it out. But we're not done. Now let's talk about this week's best album art. This week's album art is this yellow piece. Nope, sorry, not that. Definitely not that. I mean, I love the boys, but yeah, no, not that album cover. This week's album cover of the week is Despite the Reverence, Stress of Evolution. And I don't normally pick monsters for my album cover of the week because, you know, every hardcore or extreme metal band has a monster on the cover. Try to pick stuff that's different. But this monster is really cool and it fits the theme. You got this things spreading apart these humans. They're different humans, and inside is like a cyborg monster, and this is called the stress of evolution. It's like a comic book scene almost. I kind of want to know what's happening. It's made me curious, and that's why it's this week's album art of the week. Now, speaking of new albums and Metallica, the next podcast is going to be my review of 72 Seasons. So if you're not subscribed, you should be. You can check out my Philosophy of Metallica series. If you are not caught up with that, just click right here. But most importantly, read philosophy, listen to metal. I love you.